Okay, hello, good afternoon. Welcome to our 4 p.m. focus for 8 to 10 levels. We are doing in a hotel today, and this will explore some vocabulary and phrases that are useful for staying in a hotel. So you can brush up. And when our lockdown is over, you'll be fully prepared to plan that holiday and go and check into the hotel. You can see here, my name is Melissa. If you don't know me, I am from Australia and I am a teacher at Myers in Naples. Feel free to say hello and introduce yourself in the comments below. So, yes, in our focus activity today, there will be vocabulary, dialogue, and phrases for hotel check-in and check-out. Ways to ask for what you want. Even talking about maybe if you need to make a complaint, and hotel services and concierge. Okay, the concierge are the people that welcome you when you arrive in the hotel. Okay, so some conversation questions to start. Please feel free to share your answers below. Okay, hi Cinzia. Hello Francesco and Enrico, welcome. Thank you for saying hello. Nice to meet you. So, our first question, how often do you stay in hotels? I would say I stay in hotels a few times a year. It's generally my preferred type of accommodation when I travel. How about you, Cinzia and Francesco and Enrico? How often do you stay in hotels? The last hotel I stayed in, to answer question 2, was actually in my hometown of Perth in Australia. I visited there for Christmas. And I stayed in one of the new hotels in the city centre to celebrate my last weekend in my hometown. How was it? Question 3. How was it? Okay, this is a question asking about the quality or the experience. It can be about a hotel or it can really be about any experience. If someone asks this question after you share an experience, how was it? They're asking about the quality. And my stay in that hotel was fantastic. All of the facilities were new. The staff were very helpful, very friendly. And the hotel had wonderful facilities. Facilities like a rooftop bar, a lovely restaurant, a swimming pool. They had valet parking. Do you know what valet parking is? Valet parking. Valet parking is when you arrive by car and there is someone there to take your keys for you and park your car, and then you can they return it for you whenever you need to use it or when you are ready to leave. Cinzia prefers a cozy B&B to a hotel. I must say in Australia, B&Bs in my experience, are not as popular as they are here. And yes, here in Italy, I also enjoy a nice cozy B&B. especially this time of year. Okay. Feel free to tell me how your last stay in a hotel was, or any accommodation that you stayed in. Question 4, where do you usually stay when you go on holiday? This is a question to ask about types of accommodation. So we have mentioned a B&B from Cinzia, a hotel, obviously. What are some other types of accommodation that you can think of? If you want to answer below, any other types of accommodation? Francesca likes luxury hotels. Good choice. Good choice. Yes, Cinzia? Hostel. Hostel is the spelling for you. Hostel. Yes, I have never stayed in a hostel, I must say. It's popular for young travelers. It's very good for meeting people. Have you stayed in a hostel before, Cinzia? You agree with me? You haven't stayed in a hostel before? Okay. Where I come from, we also have accommodation called a self-contained apartment. Okay. Oops. Here we are. A self-contained apartment. Self-contained apartment is a accommodation that just basically provides you with your bed and your bathroom, and basic amenities. But you have a little kitchen as well, and you provide your own food and drinks and things to supplement your stay. Okay, it's not like a hotel where everything is supplied for you and there is always reception available. It's more left up to you. Like, there isn't daily cleaning or anything like that. You even have to get your own toilet paper and tissues and things like that. More for long-term type accommodation. Hello, Julia. Welcome. Okay. So Francesco stayed with a friend. Very economic. Nice. Okay. And also in a homestay. Have you stayed in a homestay before, Cinzia? Also, we got like a camping or staying in a camper. Okay, can be a type of accommodation. Okay, camping maybe is the type of travel, and there's different types of accommodation you can use if you are camping. Okay, there is a camper. A camper is the home on wheels. Okay, where it's a kind of car in the front, and in the back you have what you need to sleep and eat, and a little bathroom maybe. Also a caravan. Similar concept, but the caravan attaches to your car. So it doesn't, it's not, hasn't got a car as a part of it. It attaches to the back of your car and you tow it along. It's another type of accommodation. Okay. Thank you, Enrico. So you have stayed in a self-contained apartment. Great. Great. I'm with you, Julia. I definitely prefer hotels and apartments as well. What about A beach house. Has anyone ever stayed in a beach house before? A house right on the beach. These are also very popular in Australia. We have a lot of coastal towns, and for that reason, there are lots and lots of types of accommodation available right on the beachfront. Okay. Yes, I agree. These types of group accommodation, Enrico's very, very, very useful. Oh, great one, Francesco, a chalet. Yes, yes, very cozy, very cozy. Okay. What about question 5, guys? Have you ever been to a luxury hotel? Or have you ever stayed in a luxury hotel? The opposite of a luxury hotel, we would call a budget hotel. Okay, a budget hotel. Hello, Michele. Thanks for saying hello. Welcome. So, yeah, a budget hotel would be the opposite of a luxury. Have you ever stayed in a luxury hotel, though? I don't know if I have. Maybe in the past, but obviously not very often, judging by my memory of it. And how about you guys? Have you ever stayed in a luxury hotel? Okay. Feel free to continue to share your answers. Thanks, Julia. Ah, very nice. 4-star hotel, but never in a 5-star. Well, maybe one day. Okay. And Francesco too, in Venice. Oh, wow. That must have been beautiful. And our final question for this slide. What are the 3 most useful phrases you need when staying in a hotel? What do you think? In your experience, maybe you have traveled to an English-speaking country or another country where the only common language is English. And if that's the case, what do you think are the most important phrases that you need to know for your stay in a hotel in another country? Okay. Oh, also Enrico has been to a luxury hotel. Wow, champagne in every room. You must tell me the name of this hotel. Okay. And Michele, not yet. Hopefully in the future. Hello, Pierluigi. Welcome. Okay. So some useful phrases for staying in a hotel. I think in reality there are many, many useful phrases. I think it's important to know what is included in your room. Okay, so you can simply ask what is included. Okay, or you can ask about a particular facility. Okay, is or are. Oops. Okay. You might want to ask, is breakfast included? Is a late checkout included? Is air conditioning included? Okay, what is included in the stay of your hotel? You agree with me, Francesco and Julia, straight away. Questions about breakfast? Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes, very good question. Enrico, do you have room service? Important. Yeah, good question here, Francesco. For this question, we would phrase it, what time is checkout? Okay, when we talk about leaving the hotel, we just refer to it as checkout. Okay, what time is checkout? Okay, and if you would like to ask about staying longer, you can ask about a late checkout. Okay, late checkout. You're welcome. A late checkout. So you can ask, is it possible to have late checkout? Is a late checkout possible? Could I please have a late checkout? Always remember using those modal verbs to make your questions more polite. But yeah, it's a question that I always ask in the hotel too. I think it's also important or useful to know how to ask for recommendations. If you are staying in a new city and you're not sure what is around, you might want to ask about things to see, things to do, where to eat, how to get around. So you might want to ask, can you recommend? Could you recommend? Could you suggest? Is also possible. So I think they are some useful phrases and questions when you are staying somewhere new. Yeah, very good question, Francesco. Of course, sometimes our departure from the city is later than our checkout, and we want to ask if they will keep the baggage for us. Yes, yes, definitely. Very good. Good thinking. Okay, let's continue. So, some questions that you might hear at check-in or check-out. Let's look down the side. Please make any questions from these that you can think of. Another great question, Francesco. Yes, thank you. So, questions about reservation name, additional guests. These are extra people that will be staying in the room with you. Number of nights. Okay, how long you are staying at the hotel. In English, we refer to our stay in hotel in a number of nights, 3 nights, 4 nights. We don't use days when we're talking about staying in a hotel. We talk about the amount of nights. Okay, key or the door key. Key card. Yes, in modern days, the key for the hotel room is usually a card, but I don't often hear it used, the word key card. Just key or room key. Driver's license and passport, credit card details, special offers or rates. Okay, a rate, asking about the rate is referring to the price currently of the room. Okay, if you're asking about special rates, you're asking if there are any special prices available at the moment for the room. The checkout time, breakfast, and a wake-up call. Okay, a wake-up call, okay, is a phone call at a requested time. Okay, if you have a early flight to catch, or you need to be up early or by a certain time, and you don't want to only rely on your alarm or something else, you can request a wake-up call. And they will ask you what time. Your phone will ring at that time to remind you that it's time to wake up. Okay. So let's look at creating some questions from these ideas. If the receptionist is asking about your reservation name, what is a way that they might ask this question? You can type below. Of course, there are many ways. There is not only one way that you will hear. But if you want to try an example, for example, name is the reservation or booking under book reservation, checking my spelling. Okay, for example, what name is the reservation or booking under? Under is the preposition we use for any kinds of bookings for a hotel or a restaurant when we want to know about the name. Okay, the reservation or booking is under someone's name. So what name is the reservation or booking under? They might simply ask what your name is. Okay. What about a question for additional guests? Okay, they might ask how many of you are staying with us? Okay. Are there any other guests? Are there any other guests? Guests is generally the word we use for the people staying in the hotel. Like shops have customers or businesses have clients. We generally refer to hotels as having guests. Okay. Questions for the number of nights. Okay. They might ask how long or how many nights are you staying with us? Okay. Okay, how long or how many nights are you staying with us? These are generally the questions to confirm if you have your booking, that they are looking at the right booking, searching for the right booking. Okay. Questions for your driver's license, okay, or identification. They might ask, can I please see your ID? They, rather than being particular and asking about a driver's license or a passport or an identity card, you might often hear, can I see your ID? Which means any form of identification that you can provide, being your passport, etc. So ID is an abbreviation for identification, and it's just any form of identification that is appropriate. Okay, and also for your credit card details. Can I please have your credit card details? Okay, again, of course, there are many ways you might hear these questions. These are some examples. Okay, then the rest of the, or the next few questions look like things that wouldn't really be the receptionist saying, or maybe the guest asking. It could actually go either way. Okay, so the receptionist could ask, would you like to hear our special offers? Okay, or the guest might ask. Do you have any special offers? Okay, before you completely confirm your stay. Okay, question as for checkout time. Okay, that I think it was maybe Enrico before put for us about checkout. What time is checkout? Okay, and we spoke about requesting a late checkout if you want to sleep in a little bit. And then the question also again about breakfast. The receptionist might ask, would you like to add breakfast to your stay? Okay, if breakfast is not included in your booking, they might ask you, would you like to add breakfast to your stay? Often in a hotel, it might sound strange for you to hear the word stay used as a noun, but in the hotel context, it can often be referred to used as a noun. The stay is the time that you spend at the hotel, the duration of the time that you spend at the hotel. We can refer to this as the stay, okay, or a stay. Okay, if you hear it like this, as a noun, we're talking about the time you spend at the hotel. Hello, Antonella, welcome. Welcome. Okay. Okay, so some more vocabulary of room types in the different types of accommodation and hotels. So look at these different room types and describe what you think the differences are. Please feel free below to write what your understanding of the different types of rooms are, the particular facilities of the different types of rooms in a hotel. We have a single room, a twin room, a double room, a suite, sometimes called a luxury suite or a deluxe suite. There are some different words that you might hear used to describe a suite. Then also a junior suite or a penthouse suite. If you want to try and describe what you believe, what you understand, these different words and phrases for types of rooms, please pop them at the bottom. Yes, of course, Julia, thank you. Perfect description. A single room is a room with one bed for one person, and it is generally a single bed. Okay, a single bed as opposed to a double. Single bed is just big enough for one person. Okay. Okay. Very close, Michele, but you've described a twin room. Okay, a twin room is a room with two beds for two people. Okay, twin room is two beds for two people. Yes, thank you, Francesco. Okay, twin room. I hope this makes it clear for you, Pierluigi. Okay, twin room is a room with two beds for two people. So maybe if you are two friends that are traveling together and you want to share a room but not a bed, you can request a twin room. Okay, a twin room. And then the difference with a twin and a double is a double has one bed for two people. Okay, a double is one bed for two people. Okay, like we see in the picture. Okay, it might be a double or a king or a queen, okay, bed, but it is one bed for two people. Yes, Francesco, for a couple that is traveling together. Correct, Antonella, a double room, one bed for two people. Okay, so that is the difference between double and twin. So if you are booking online on an English website, a room for two people, just be careful of the double and twin. It was just a couple of weeks ago here in Naples, I accidentally booked a twin room for my boyfriend and I. So we got to sleep in separate beds for one night. I wasn't complaining. Okay. So then we have a suite. Does anyone maybe know the difference between a suite and a junior suite? Okay, a suite, as you can see from the extra description, luxury or deluxe, it's a slightly more luxurious room. The facilities are nicer. It will be a little bit more expensive than what you might hear called a standard room. Okay, standard is a word you will see often describing the lower, more budget level rooms of a hotel. It's the first kind of level. Okay, standard. Okay. Hi, Salvina. No problem. Welcome. Yeah, so standard room is the cheaper room that the hotel offers, and then above that you will see a deluxe suite or a luxury suite. Okay, where maybe the room is a little bit bigger. It might have a bathtub in the bathroom, a bigger bed, a nicer view. These kind of things that make it a little bit more expensive and nicer. Yes, also correct, Antonella. Yes, a suite is larger than a junior suite. Okay, a junior suite is generally just one space where you might find the bed, a small sofa, a small table, all in one space. But a suite is bigger and might have the parts of the room closed off from one another. The living area and the sleeping area might have a door to separate them. It's a little bit more separate, whereas a junior suite is smaller and it's just the one space, a bit like a studio apartment. Okay. And yes, also correct, Francesco, a junior suite is small, is little. What about a penthouse suite? Do you know what a penthouse suite is? A penthouse suite. Salvina, yeah, I think it's actually a suite that has the separate living area. The junior, although not a separate room. Yeah, no, yeah, you're correct. It has that little extra sitting area, but it's not a separate room. But in a suite, it is very correct. And yeah, cheaper than a junior suite. And what about a penthouse suite? Me too, Francesco. A penthouse suite is definitely bigger than my house. And this is also another feature of a penthouse. It is on the highest floor of the building, the penthouse suite. Yes, and yes, usually with a fantastic view. Just be careful there, Pierre Luigi, we don't call them plans of the building. We can call them levels, okay, the highest level or the top level, or we can call it floor, okay, the top floor or the highest floor of the building. Yes, Enrico, you're correct, it is at the top of the building. And yes, I mean, it can be more like an apartment with the separate rooms, multiple rooms, maybe more than one bedroom, maybe more than one bathroom. I think it depends on the hotel. But the general rule is it's on the top. It's the fanciest and the most expensive in the hotel, and it's bigger than the rest with multiple rooms. Okay. We can also say that an apartment building has a penthouse apartment. Okay, it's not a word that's only reserved for hotels. A penthouse apartment can be an apartment that somebody lives in, a very lucky person. But yes, we can describe the top apartment on a building that is the biggest and the most expensive in the building as the penthouse apartment. Okay, has anyone here with us today ever stayed in a penthouse suite in a hotel? I have walked into one and looked inside one, but I have never ever stayed in a penthouse suite. And I don't know if that's an experience that I'll ever have. Now, what about you guys here? Has anyone ever stayed in a penthouse suite? Okay. So when you are choosing where to stay and what room to stay in, you might be interested in a few particular things. For example, your room preferences. A double bed or king bed, hydro massage shower, smoking or non-smoking, higher floor or lower floor, a pull-out sofa bed or cot, an ocean view, pool view or garden view, also maybe city view, and a minibar. Okay, so double bed and a king bed, both for two people, but a king bed is bigger. Okay, king bed is bigger than a double bed. Double bed is just big enough for two people. King bed is the biggest. A hydro massage shower sounds very luxurious. I imagine this is one of the showers that also has the water that can spray out onto your back and give you a nice massage. With smoking or non-smoking, you can ask for a smoking or non-smoking room, but you can also request a smoking or non-smoking level or floor. Okay, depending on what the hotel offers, maybe depending on the city or country that you're in. I know that in Australia, it's not only the rooms that they offer smoking, non-smoking, or smoking, the whole level. If you want, you can request a non-smoking level. So none of the rooms on that level or that floor will be non-smoking, will be smoking. So you can request that as well. A pull-out sofa bed, or more common, just a sofa bed. You can call it just a sofa bed, as you can see from the two words, sofa and bed. It is a sofa that you can turn into a bed if you have extra guests in your room. A cot is similar to You might also know it as the word crib. I think crib might be a bit more of an American English word. Okay, is where the baby sleeps. Okay, the kind of enclosed bed with the 4 railed walls that baby sleeps in. Okay, this is a cot. Okay, if you want a particular word in English to request a bed for the baby, you can use the word cot. And then, yeah, there are the different types of views. Okay, ocean view or sea view. Okay, depending where in the world you are. It might be an ocean view or a sea view. Okay. Also, depending on where you're staying, you might want a city view. Okay, a city view. Good. And then the minibar is referring to the small fridge that you can find in your hotel room with the different things that are usually available to have if you purchase them. Okay, wine, beer, chocolate, extra soft drinks and things like that in the minibar. Tell me down here what things are most important for you when you're staying in a room. Maybe there are some different things that are not on this list. Okay, if you are staying somewhere for business or to attend a formal event, it might be important for you to have an iron and an ironing board. Okay. This one came to mind for me because it was something necessary for a recent hotel stay of mine, and we didn't check it before, and the hotel didn't put these in the room. So an ironing or an ironing board might be important. If you want to ask about your hairdryer, okay, to dry your hair, a hairdryer might be important for you. Okay. Francesco, for him, the king bed and the ocean view is important. For me also, Francesco, the ocean view is my favorite type of view from a hotel room. I always try to book hotel rooms with an ocean view. Okay. Air conditioning, of course, yes, Antonella, very, very important. Air conditioned room, and she likes the ocean view as well. Safe, okay, is a very important, Salvina, yes. If you're traveling overseas and you want to keep your passport safe or any traveling money that you have, it's a good thing to know. A safe, okay. Just for everyone else, a safe is the box that you can lock with a code and put your valuable things inside to keep them very safe. Julia, you are describing my perfect holiday here. I'm dreaming about the summer. Perfect. And yes, of course, Francesco, a quiet room is very, very, very important. And yes, to be, depending on where you are staying, it could be very important to confirm if you have a private bathroom or a shared bathroom. Okay. Shared bathroom or a private bathroom, as Michele mentioned. Generally in a hotel, private bathroom. But if you are staying in a different type of accommodation, it can be important to make sure before you confirm your booking. Private bathroom is just for you inside the room. A shared bathroom is a bathroom outside the room that the other guests can use as well. I have also stayed in accommodation that has a private external bathroom. Okay, so the bathroom is still only for the use of me or whoever is staying with me, but it is outside of the room. So you'll get 2 keys, one for the room, one for the bathroom. So it's still private, but it's outside the room. So if you see private external bathroom, that's what it means. Still just for you, but it is outside the room. Okay. Yeah. Good thinking, Francesco. If you are traveling somewhere by car, which is fairly common in Italy. I think to travel to another city or town by car for a stay at a hotel, and it's important to know about the parking. Yeah, what parking is available at the hotel. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you, everybody, for your ideas. So these are just some phrases to ask for some of these things. Okay. Could I please have? Can I please have is okay here. Just remember when you are making polite requests that could is always a little bit more polite than can. Okay, so could, especially in this context, could is better. May I have? Yeah, is also very polite. Very good, Antonella. Yes, you could say may I have. Okay. And also, is it possible to get? Also, is it possible to have? Okay, is it possible to get or is it possible to have? Okay. If you are simply inquiring, you can ask, is there or are there? Oops. What am I looking for here? Excuse me. So you could ask, is there or are there? Is there a hydro massage shower in my room? Is there a pull-out sofa in my room? Okay. So different ways to ask for these things. Is it possible to get a non-smoking room? Is it possible to have a non-smoking or a room on a non-smoking floor, for example? Could I please have a cot for my baby? Okay. Is it possible to have a mini bar, or is there a mini bar in my room? Okay, many ways to phrase the question. Okay. And again, some extra things that you might need to ask for in a hotel, like towels, pillows, blankets. Hotel pillows are always terrible, aren't they? I always find them terrible. If you want extra toiletries Toiletries is a word that covers the things that we use in the bathroom, the personal products we use in the bathroom, like toothpaste, soap, shampoo, conditioner, lotion, and razors. Lotion is the cream that we put into our body, okay, after a shower. It can be called lotion or moisturizer. Okay, there are many ways. Body cream, yeah, body cream, body lotion. There are a lot of different words for this. Okay, and then in the last section, where is the restaurant? Where is the bar? The most important question, of course. And gym, pool, deck, buffet, conference room, and banquet hall. Okay. Buffet is where you find self-serve food. Okay, so a buffet is generally inside a restaurant, and it is where all the food is on display. You take your plate and you move around and serve the food yourself. Okay, this is a buffet. Okay. Razors, Salvina, is shavers, okay, to remove hair, okay, with the blade. Okay, this is razors, or you might also hear them called shavers. Okay, shavers. Is that clear for you, Salvina? Yes? I love a buffet too, Antonella, especially a buffet breakfast. There is a wonderful hotel in my city that does an international buffet breakfast, and it's really, really big, and they have all kinds of breakfast food from all around the world, different foods that different countries have for breakfast. It's really lovely. Okay. Guys, that brings us to the end of our time for this focus. Thank you for sharing your hotel experiences and preferences. It was lovely to meet the new students from the different schools. And I hope you got a few new words, at least, that you can use when you start planning your next holidays, when this whole interesting period is over. And enjoy the rest of the day, and I hope I'll see you for another focus very, very soon. Yes, I agree with you, Francesco. It is. I'm very hungry now. I'm going to make something to eat. Have a lovely evening, guys. See you. Bye. You're very welcome, Cinzia. Bye.